because I just feel like I compare myself to them and I'm like, I could never be that.
I've had a really, really hard week. Probably one of the most difficult weeks that I've had in a really long time. And I'm feeling a little bit better. And I had a really good call with one of my friends today that, shout out to Gabby. She's great. And it just sort of helped put things in perspective, but I'm still like just dealing with it, you know? And all throughout this week, I just kept thinking about that TikTok, like the one that I'm stitching, and about how she was talking about how she, when she's on stage and performing and everything, like she fumbles over the words or she misses a dance move, and like she wants to stay at the event and listen to her friends perform who are also singers, and that she just always ends up like comparing herself to them and everything. And I just want to say, like, people that are for you, they're for you because of you, not because of like what you could be or like what you should be. And people that judge you and say that you should do things a certain way that you don't do it, those aren't the people that are for you, and those aren't the people you want in your corner. You shouldn't be trying to perform like those other singers and artists, because if so, then you wouldn't be you. I started following Peach PRC because of her TikToks. She had a humorous way of going about like her mental health and being queer and just the pressures of the day, like of today's society, but she also was just very real and very vulnerable. And most of the people that I listed in that questionnaire saying like, who would you want to see in concert or like see at a concert, were people from TikTok. And it was for that reason. I followed her because of that, and then I found out she made music, and then I listened to her music, and her music really like hit me and like touched me in a way that like someone else couldn't. And there are people who do things for the views, who are constantly like performing and, you know, constantly looking for followers, but like those people like are not staying true to themselves. And I'm not saying that like I don't know them, so I mean that could be their thing, but I know that I followed Peach PRC for her thing, which was that she was like vulnerable and real. And I would much rather go to a concert and see someone be vulnerable and real in the way that is natural for them than see them trying to force like performing like someone else, because that's not what I signed up for. That's not what I followed them for. And I don't know, like, I know that we say this all the time and that people say it all the time, but like, if you don't believe it, please hear me now and believe it. Just take it as executive truth that you are enough. You don't have to compare yourself to someone else. You don't have to be more like someone else. You are enough. And if anyone in your life is making you feel like you have to perform to be good enough for them, then they're not good enough for you. And that goes for followers, that goes for loved ones, that goes for friends, that goes for fans. Like, if your fans are saying you should do this and you should do that, then they're not your real fan. And I'm a fan of Peach PRC because of who they are, not because